Thursday, this is crunch time. They've only been working for 3 days. Some people have never done this kind of work before, and we're expecting them to have their performances ready by Saturday, yeah? So Thursday is always that day where people are either close to what they're doing or far from what they're doing, you know what I mean? We're having a sharing today at 3 o'clock, and I said that everybody has to have their piece done by then. Let's see. The wonderful group piece, the only real group piece, I guess that might be suffering a little bit from having lots of people in it, and April's got a lot of people to manage, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I was at the rehearsal at Sadler's last night, and they're definitely kind of like at the beginning still of what they're doing. It's so conceptual that I think that the challenge is to get the concept done, and that's what's taken a bit of time. Really looking forward to connecting with Kofi, because Kofi, he's very, very transparent about what he wants to do and what he wants to talk about. And he's very cerebral in his thought process about the work, but it's just about the connection to the ideas and to what he's actually doing with his body is usually where the disconnect might be. But he's got a lot of experience as a dancer and as a theatrical performer, but he hasn't made his own work that much, do you know what I mean? So I'm really hoping to push him for him to find his truth as the body, as opposed to the truth in the mind. Matthew, who has had the least experience in theatre and relatively a short training time period, you know what I mean? Because he's quite new to the dance. But I think that his commitment to the dance is gonna shine through. I hope that his concept shines through as well. Lorato has been working hard. I mean, he's been dragging skin off of his shoulders in his practice, you know what I mean? Obviously, I know Lorato very well, so I know what his focus is like, you know what I mean? Even though this is the first time I've ever worked with him theatrically, it's a pleasure to see what he's putting into it, you know what I mean? I just hope that he doesn't get too nervous, because that's my concern with Lorato. His confidence lies in small doses, you know what I mean? And right now, I think maybe he is a bit concerned about all these professionals around him, do you know what I mean? But he's a natural, man. I'm not worried about him at all. I'm really excited about Paul, and it's a lot to do with his excitement about the piece, do you know what I mean? With just a little bit of mentoring, and you know, I just suggested a couple of things, and he was like, "Oh yes, Jonzi, this is really true. This is my life right now," and yeah, he seems to be quite amazed at where he's at. So again, he too, I'm really excited about what he's going to show today. Danai, who's arguably our most seasoned performer, I think that his process is going really, really well. He's got text that he's working with, and I saw him and Anthony just going over some really amazing developments in the text that he's written already. He's also a very sensitive mover, and he's very adept at the language of movement and how that relates to an audience, you know what I mean? I wasn't really working with him that much yesterday, but Jane told me that she's very confident about what he's up to. And freeze! Oh, God damn. And carry on walking. Next time I say freeze, I want you to touch the floor and then move in the other direction. No, sorry, not freeze. The next time I say change, I want you to touch the floor and move in the other direction. Change! 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 Freeze! Change!
letters could also help you to guide how to do that. Like the first one could be nice and gentle, the next one whatever, then the other one, however we.
Thank you. That's what got me to the point with the second music, because we're in intricate and thing, and then the third music is just continue and focused. So yeah, the first one has to be childish, playful, and accidental.
Yeah, I mean, we want to see repetition. Do you know what I mean? So affect it, but not too much, because we don't want to lose repetition.
The flavor.
So just need to go over your music. Just hear, listen to it, and emphasize. The shakes. Like all those. Yeah. Why are you doing that? Like, give us more belief of why you're doing that, and that would also show or give us the connection when you do repeat them in the end.
Lovely, Lorato. Thank you very much, man. Am I worthy of her? Am I worthy of... Me. Any observations, anyone?
Steady feet. you know what I'm talking about. So also, where's your focus? Sometimes it just feels like it's kind of like wondering a bit. Before you say, am I worthy?
The first focus is just everywhere. Like the first bit of movement.
Yeah. I got the need, and I understood the need to have those flashes at the beginning. And then it did come together at the end. So for me, I hear what you're saying, but I don't think that's a problem at all.
I struggle with maths and spelling. So in exams at school, I've got extra time. Other students would bully me and give me a very tough time.
Oh, I'm going to introduce you to the crew, man. Come on, introduce you to Jonzi, Kofi.
That was entertaining and inspiring. And inspiring. It was lovely to see your growth, Paul. Yeah, really grew from the beginning, from when you come here. Never done that before. You know what I mean? Absolutely brilliant. Another round of applause. The point at which that you get exposed and seen, you need to look at us. Yeah. Yeah. You just need to just be still for a minute and look at us, and then think, how can I get out of this situation? Stretching. Yeah. So we just need that stillness to see all of that thought process. You know what I mean? You are a brilliant mover, man. Yeah. This just the one thing is that your movement is really great. I think that my initial entrance, I think that the bird thing should be a bit more affected. If not, just be the insect. Because it feels, there looks like there should be a connection there. Do you know what I mean? Because we can hear it, and I think that as an audience, it'd be nice to see that character be affected. Because then when the character goes and you return back to that, and then he comes back, it will, I don't know, I just suspect it might resonate a little bit more with us.
Definitely think of that.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Matthew.
Checkerboard. I put my first piece forward. It's the bishop, 3 spaces forward. I see the bishop on the mission, but I'm the king of the castle. 4 steps forward, but I hit you with the heart.
Nice.
Part 2, or move 2 parts forward, with the queen piece headed further north. Strategic, no need to play with force. Arch with the bishop, and I'm finna make it pray. Slave right now, about to really just win this game. Riding into battle on my trusty steed. We're moving forward because you're gonna feel the stampede.
But it looks dope, like, you know what I mean? Especially when you can see that there are really clear holding positions that relate to the other team. Do you know what I mean? Just like a chessboard, do you know what I mean? There's a black bishop and there's a white bishop. There's a black rook and there's a white rook, do you know what I mean? So the fact that we see these positions is really helpful for the narrative, you know what I mean? This feels a little bit small, yeah? And I think that somehow it needs to be a bodily thing as opposed to a gestural thing. Because we got this thing which is nice, but then there's something happening with the knees as well. But anyway, yeah, so it could be something as simple as legs aside and then bent a little bit, do you know what I mean? But anything, just that on its own isn't enough, yeah? So make it a full body thing. MCs, yeah? I think there should be no gap, yeah? You're spitting, and then there's a gap where we see this movement, and then I don't know if that's necessary.
It wasn't meant to be like that.
I can't lie, I did freestyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will get it finalized.
But we're writing the rest of the piece.
Okay, cool. Let them lyrics be one after the other, and the move just one after the other, yeah? That gap felt awkward, do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, there's something nice about it with no beat. There was just something, no, I'm not saying that you don't have a beat, I'm saying that if when you add the beat, we lose the clarity of what you're doing, then the beat's not helping you. Tomorrow, yeah, all of us, this is a message for all of us, yeah? Tomorrow is our last day of the piece, yeah? So take on board all of the things that have been said, and when I say take on board, choose what you want to take on board, because there's a lot of things been said, but it's up to you to decide what you think is right for your work. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, you can do the beginning if you want, like that. Don't feel that I'm saying that, no, you can't do it. If you really want to do it, you can put it in. I'm just saying that you've got 5 minutes. Yeah, and I think the bulk of that time, we just want to see this. Coming up on the next episode of Open Art Surgery.